Hey guys, I am back after having broken my sound card and being gone for a week, which some of you noticed. I'm back, and today in Faith Fortress, I'm going to start work on my Runecraft lab. Well, actually I already started whilst my sound card was broken. But I've built it to be a 2-floor building. This section here, which overlaps with the phase farms, is going to be where any redstone wiring and so forth gets done, or underground work. And this is where the actual lab itself is going to be. If you can see, I am 9 blocks away from the top of the map. I've got a small work area here, which I'm going to be spending the day outfitting. So there are 3 things I'm going to put in here. I'm going to put in an identifier rune, and that will be the first port of call. Then 2 engraver runes on top of each other to stack and look cool. And then today's shiny thing, its invention. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it, but what it is well, it's basically a walk-in shower that will wipe all magic off me and my tools before and after I start using the lab. First on the to-do list is the identifier rune. Quite easy to make. You need to hollow out space, create it, and then excuse me, and then just fill in the gaps behind you. Although I did drop some blocks down into the abyss, so we'll need to go get some more of those. Then the engraver, and because the rune is 2 blocks high, you'll want to start with the bottom layer and work your way up. It is relatively tricky in order to understand the reasoning. I've done this wrong, for example. The acrobatics required, but you get your blocks in position so that the redstone flows appropriately. Can't use my mouse wheel today. And once that's in position, you'll have the effect that we're after. We'll have 2 engravers atop each other. Excellent. It looks like the brother to the other one. Grave, not enchanted. Perfect. And there we go. I'll put in those chests back. I dropped 2, so I'll make 2 more, and that will be broadly most of the tools I'll be wanting functional. Now we'll go work on the shower. Now the shower is an interesting concept. I was trying to make it so that it would just wipe a single tool's worth of enchants off, but unfortunately I could not get that to happen. So I used water, which at some point in the past has been upgraded to tier 2, and the idea is that it is a self-refilling dispel rune made out of water. Though to start it off, I'm going to need to make it out of another material. In this particular case I'm going to use stone bricks because they're in my inventory already. And I need to automate that center, and because I can't use water for the signature, otherwise I would, blue wool will have to do. As of a recent patch, automation signatures now differentiate metadata, and so wool will work. So that space is automated. And activate it. Get some water buckets and pour in the water. Just like so. By placing a block behind it, I ensure that it thinks that the easiest way down is into the channels provided, and that's what creates that effect. I'll put another one up there, which quite reminds me, I do need to build a bottomless cauldron rune as part of this. They are extremely useful. There we go. I covered this rune in my Runecraft update video 2.10.2? I think it was that. I'll put a link if it's not. I'll put a link anyway. And this rune basically allows you to have an infinite supply of water. That is to say, the cauldron never empties itself once you place it. 4 snow, 1 cauldron filled, and 4 redstone wire in the corners. And it needs to be filled, so I'll go and take one of these source blocks. And we activate it. There we go. Fill in the floor, do that later. Now I have my bottomless cauldron. You can see it in action there. I'll go and get that shower working. And now you can see, I activate this and it wipes all magic out of my body. Every rune that I have enchanted, every tool I have enchanted is clear. So now, the next step. So the next step is building a pressure sensor rune, and for that I'll need a bit more wool than I remembered to bring down with me. And the staircase is this way. The advantage of a phased staircase is you can toggle it on and off quite easily. Drop the bones, don't need them. Just take all the wool just to be on the safe side. And the idea is that whenever a player steps into the shower, which will be a cunningly disguised pressure sensor rune, then it triggers the blocks down below with the dispel rune and washes all the magic away. Oops, falling, but hey, who cares? I'm gonna make it in such a way that, just so that it looks cool basically. I want it to kind of look like it actually is a shower. Because someone on our server does have a shower, but it's a bit sort of, it doesn't do anything, it just sits there. It's just water in a room marked shower. Whereas this one will actually clean you of magic. Which will, the reason for that is mostly because, you know, if I'm making dispel runes, phase blocks and all that jazz in there, then high probability that I'm going to end up with excess at some points that I need to get rid of. I'll get 4 bookcases and use them as the tier, because I can grow them quite easily. 4 blue wool, because that's the signature of the automation. Is that right? I don't think it's right. That's, damn it. Oh well. Thank goodness you can rebuild these fairly simply now. And with any luck, activating this will... Yes, there we go. That's it, effectively refilling itself. Superb, exactly what I was after. So I'll clear off the upper layer and style this bit. So I remembered there was one other thing that I wanted to make, and it took me a while to get it right. But this is an enchantment swap rune. I need 2 players to demonstrate it. One person stands here, one person stands here. In the middle gets activated, and whatever, as long as they're both holding the same type of item, then whatever they have attached to it, not to the tool, to the item type, gets swapped, so you can swap recalls and stuff like that. And with these things created, the shower, the swapper, the identifier and the engraver, I'm quite happy with this lab, so I'm gonna go get to work. I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers!